So it is good to be back, and it is really good to get this question, which actually just came in, and we wanted to throw it in there. The channel's not going anywhere. Dialogues, Two for Tuesdays, all that will continue. What we've been doing over the last few weeks, though, is taking a step back and strategizing about how do we move forward? How do we make sure we're meeting the needs of current subscribers? And how do we meet the needs of individuals whom we are targeting, whom we want to subscribe? Leaders helping leaders, leaders helping leaders. This is what we did when we created this channel. And so when the team and I looked back, we said, let's take a few weeks off, strategize so we can level up for each of you. And so the channel's not going anywhere. What we are doing, though, is that we're going to take a step back and say Two for Tuesdays will be every other week, and Dialogue with Dallas will be every other week as well. But the blogs on our website will continue every single week. To answer your question, we're not going anywhere. It's just time for us to level up since we've been strategizing over the last few weeks. Let's get it. You know, many of you are like me in that you like to read two books at a time. For me, I like to read a professional book and a personal book at the same time because it balances me out. And so the personal book I'm reading right now is Detours by Tony Evans. If you've ever read one of Tony Evans' books, he is a phenomenal author and very gifted individual. And so me being a very faith-based and spiritual person, what Detours talks about is that the fact that we have this plan that we thought our life would be. This is not our plan. This is God's plan, right? And so because this is God's plan, we will still get to the final destination, which has already been set for us. But many times we have to take a detour. And if we don't recognize the value and the beauty in that detour, we will miss things along the way that we need in order to actually level up in a suggested location that we will go to in the future that will ultimately still help us get to the final destination. And so Detour by Tony Evans is the personal one. The professional one is Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. And this book is phenomenal because we all have an ego. And as leaders, our ego, and sometimes in many cases, gets in our way of being better leaders, better people, and just doing greater work. And so what the author really talks about in this case is throwing your ego to the side so that you can be that better person, that better individual, that better leader. And so giving examples, it really highlights individuals who were able to throw the ego out the way. And I've learned already, it's a very short read, I've learned already different ways in which I've already thrown my ego out and didn't even recognize it, but it's good to have it validated. And so again, from the professional standpoint, Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday is a good one. And personal, I have to say Detour by Tony Evans.